questions the aviation stakeholders should be asking? One, does it improve the passenger experience? If it's not, they have to have a business case or a use case of why are they doing this, not just because it exists out there. Is it going to improve the passenger experience? Will it actually increase throughput in the airport? That is the key decision that a lot of airports are looking at right now. Can it reduce the number of staff at each touch point? In some cases, airlines or other organizations are looking or having resource issues, and that therefore they can do more with less staff. Or in other cases, it allows them to reposition staff into more important functions. Does it improve security? How does it maximize the use of airport space? You need to make sure that airports is very high value space, and making sure that it maximizes the space they have without the need to have to build new terminals or new construction. Can it reduce fines and costs to return illegal passengers? Specifically in parts of the world that if an airline boards passengers who don't have the correct visa or other documentation, they can actually get fined by the government, some pretty significant fines. And so is this a solution that can help them check against those databases, making sure that their passengers have all the documentation and save them money? One of the airlines that we talked to, this is one of their key drivers, is basically to reduce fines. The other issue is, how will multiple countries agree to biometric database management? Since this is a fairly new technology, what often happens in the aviation world is that the technology and the solutions sometimes outpace the industry standards. And so this is one of those cases where the solutions are evolving fast. The governmental and industry organizations such as IATA, ICAO, so forth are working on potential standards, but we need to make sure that the solutions being put in place are matching the roadmaps that these organizations are looking for. Privacy laws are very important. The European GDPR privacy law, other global privacy concerns, passengers have to feel, one, that the system they are using is in compliance of laws, and two, they have to feel that they have the comfort level in terms of their own data privacy. The solution should be able to, one, you should be able to, if it's not, in some cases, the government will require you have to use this. The case is the CBP exit program in the United States for departing international passengers. They have to use that. In other cases, it can be an opt-in, opt-out, where you can decide whether you have you own the data, whether you keep it in your phone or your database, and you can either keep it permanently or have it erased at every each flight you take. The solutions must be able to have those type of flexibility to make sure that they're satisfying international laws as well as travelers' preferences. And then, can an airport have multiple biometric solutions? What is happening in this space right now is that there are a number of vendors trialing different areas. Some airports or some airlines could be having preferred solutions. So we've seen cases where an airport has come to us and said, I have one airline who wants to use this solution in their terminal, and I have another airline who wants to use this solution in another terminal. Are these solutions ability to work together, because they can't have completely siloed independent solutions? It has to be something that works across the airport.